What is up, everybody? It's Space Ranger, and today we're on Tier Maker. We are ranking the 32 teams in the NFL, and so we're starting with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm gonna put them in the A tier because they had a good season last year. They have Kyle Murray; he's a very good quarterback. The Falcons, I'm gonna put in C tier. They were not impressive last year. They were good in 2018, but that was like their 1 year of fame. The Baltimore Ravens are more consistent than the Falcons, so I put them in B tier. The Bills, I have to say they're A tier. Like, they did very well last season. I think that they have a good future in store. The Panthers, I put in C tier because honestly, like, they don't impress me at all. Bengals, I put Cubs in C tier as well. Bengals, I put probably low S tier or way up A tier. I don't like the Bengals a lot, so it might be opinionated, but they were the runner-ups to winning the Super Bowl last year. So like they went to the Super Bowl. And I think the Cubs are better than the Falcons and the Panthers, so I am making that adjustment. Up next is the Browns. I would say the Browns are probably like C tier. I haven't watched I haven't watched the Browns a lot, to be fully honest. So I would say maybe they're upper C tier. The Dallas Cowboys, however, I know they're a good team. I've watched some of their games, and I know they've had a legacy that's almost like no other team. So I would have to say they're lower A tier. Like last season, they weren't super great, so I would put them higher if they had like a really really good season last year. Um, shoot, I forgot. So Denver Broncos, I put in B tier. I think they're like pretty ordinary. Detroit Lions, I put in D tier. They're like the worst team in the NFL. The Packers are a really good team. They did really well last year, so I put them mid A. And Houston Texans are upper D tier. They're bad, but they're not as bad as Detroit Lions. The Colts are upper C because they're like they're okay, they're not good. Jaguars are D tier for sure. They're supposed to be like better with their new quarterback, but they were not. Kansas City is either top A tier or bottom of S tier. I said they're bottom of S tier. I don't like Patrick Mahomes. You can sue me all you want, but I don't like his smugness. I don't know. The Chargers, I've never seen a Chargers game, so I just said like probably somewhere around the Browns or the Cubs. LA Rams have to go to the very top of S tier. They won the Super Bowl last year. They have Aaron Donald. They have Cooper Kupp, all of those, Matthew Stanford. And Raiders, I put them in C tier. I don't think they're better than the Colts, but they're like around the Colt level. You could argue that they're B tier. The Miami Dolphins, I've never liked that much at all. And, I changed my mind. I said the Raiders are B tier. The Vikings I don't know. They're like kind of they either have a really good season, like not really good season. They either have a good season or they have a poor season. Like they never have an okay season. I think they had a good season last year, but they weren't like super good. The Patriots had a decent season for the average football team they did. The Saints, I would say, are probably around the Patriots for me. New York, I put in D tier. New York Giants, I did because they're not very good. The Jets, The Jets are better than New York Giants, but they're not like much better, so I put them below the Dolphins. The Eagles, I would say they're bottom B tier. Like they had that one really good year where they went to the Super Bowl, but they didn't win. The Steelers are upper B tier. I think maybe in front of the Patriots, but probably not. Seattle Seahawks, I have like, because I live in Washington, this might be a little bit biased, but I put them above the New Orleans Saints. You could say, if you argued and you had a good debate, like they might be below the Saints. The Niners must go in the S tier. They did really well last season. They could have gone to the Super Bowl. The Bengals, I think, have to go to the S tier if I let the 49ers go to the S tier, because they did go to the Super Bowl. And the Buccaneers have to go to the S tier. They have Tom Brady and Gronk and all their good players. And the Titans, I believe they're better than the Bills, so I put them in A tier, top of A tier, almost S tier. And Washington goes in C tier. All right.